Ontario G1 Practice Test 200 questions. Question 1. What does this road sign mean? A. No right turn permitted. B. No left turn permitted. C. You must not make a U-turn. D. Road slippery when wet.
Answer C. This is a no U-turn allowed sign.
Question 2. What does this road sign mean? A. Children playing in residential area. B. School zone sign. C. Direction sign for children. D. Playground zone.
Answer B. This is a school zone sign.
Question 3. What does this sign mean? A. Road work ahead. B. Survey crew working on the road ahead. C. Traffic control person ahead. Drive slowly and watch for instructions. D. Watch for pedestrians and be prepared to share the road with them.
Answer B. This is a survey crew ahead road sign.
Question 4. What does this road sign mean? A. You may ignore this sign. B. It is safe to enter this area. C. Do not enter this area. D. Be more aware of pedestrians and your speed in this area.
Answer D. The sign indicates areas where the community has identified that there is a special risk to pedestrians. Traffic-related offences committed within the zone are subject to increased fines.
Question 5. What does this road sign mean? A. No bicycles allowed on this road. B. Bumpy road. C. Do not stand or stop in this area. D. School area.
Answer C. This sign means no standing or stopping in this area.
Question 6. What does this road sign mean? A. Paved surface ends ahead. B. School zone. C. Do not block intersection. D. Watch for falling rocks.
Answer A. This warning sign means that paved surface ends ahead.
Question 7. What does this road sign mean? A. Zoo ahead. B. No honking at animals. C. D. Regularly cross, be alert for animals. D. Deer are welcome.
Answer C. This is a deer crossing road sign.
Question 8. What does this sign mean? A. Shows directions to nearby towns or cities. B. Shows the upcoming roundabout exits and where they will take you. C. Indicates an upcoming railway crossing. D. Shows distances to towns or cities.
Answer B. This sign shows the upcoming roundabout exits and where they will take you.
Question 9. What does this road sign mean? A. No left turns. B. No U-turns. C. Hidden intersection. D. Merge with traffic. Traffic on two roads are equally responsible to merge correctly.
Answer D. The sign warns about merging with traffic, where traffic on two roads are equally responsible to merge correctly.
Question 10. What does this sign mean? A. The driver in this lane must turn right. B. Traffic may travel in one direction only. C. Keep to the right of the traffic island. D. Sharp bend or turn in the road ahead.
Answer B. This is a one-direction-only road sign.
Question 11. What does this road sign mean? A. Airport. B. Hotel. C. Narrow road ahead. D. The bridge ahead lifts or swings to allow boats to pass.
Answer D. This is a the bridge ahead lifts or swings to allow boats to pass sign.
Question 12. What does this sign mean? A. Road turns right then left. B. Keep to the right of the traffic island. C. Pass other traffic on the right. D. Winding road ahead.
Answer B. You must keep to the right of the traffic island when you see this sign.
Question 13. What does this road sign mean? A. Watch for children only. B. During school hours when the yellow lights are flashing, follow the speed limit shown. C. It is a warning sign. D. Watch for crossguard only.
Answer B. During school hours when the yellow lights are flashing, you must always follow the speed limit shown.
Question 14. What does this sign mean? A. Do not enter between the times and days posted. B. No stopping during the times and days posted. C. No buses allowed on the specified lane during times and days posted. D. This lane is reserved for specific types of vehicles, for example buses, taxis, bicycles and vehicles with 3 or more passengers, during certain times and days.
Answer D. This is a reserved for specific types of vehicles sign.
Question 15. What does this road sign mean? A. This lane is for buses only. B. This lane is not for bicycles. C. This lane is for bicycles only. D. This lane is for trucks only.
Answer C. This is a bicycles only lane sign.
Question 16. What does this road sign mean? A. 2 lanes will merge into one. B. The 2 lanes ahead are closed. C. Highway with 2 express lanes. D. 2 or more passengers must be in the vehicle to use this lane on the highway.
Answer D. This is an HOV high occupancy vehicle highway sign. 2 or more passengers must be in the vehicle to use this lane on the highway.
Question 17. What does this road sign mean? A. Snowmobiles cross this road. B. Snowmobile parking. C. Snowmobiles not allowed. D. Snowmobile repair shop ahead.
Answer A. This is a snowmobiles cross this road sign.
Question 18. What does this road sign mean? A. Wheelchair crossing. B. A school crossing ahead, Follow the directions of the crossing guard or school safety patroller. C. Passing is not allowed. D. Watch for disabled persons.
Answer B. This is a school crossing ahead road sign.
Question 19. What does this sign mean? A. Paved surface ends ahead. B. Pavement is slippery when wet. Slow down and drive with caution. C. Pavement has been milled or grooved. Your vehicle's stopping ability may be affected, so obey the speed limit and drive with extra caution. D. Slow down to prevent hydroplaning.
Answer B. This is a slippery when wet road sign. Drive with caution.
Question 20. What does this sign mean? A. Road under construction. B. The road is separated by a median ahead. Keep to the right. C. Narrow bridge ahead. D. Divided highway ends.
Answer B. This is a warning sign saying that the road ahead is separated by a median. Keep to the right of the median or barrier.
Question 21. What does this road sign mean? A. Pavement narrows ahead. B. Right lane ends ahead. If you are in the right-hand lane, you must merge safely with traffic in the lane to the left. C. Lane ahead is closed for road work. Obey the speed limit and merge with traffic in the open lane. D. Divided highway ends. Traffic travels in both directions on the same road ahead.
Answer B. This is a right lane end sign. If you are in this lane, make sure you safely merge with traffic in the lane to the left.
Question 22. What does this sign mean? A. When a school bus arm swings out with red lights flashing, you must stop and are prohibited from passing. B. School zone. C. Construction sign. D. Stop sign ahead.
Answer A. When a school bus arm swings out with red lights flashing, you must stop and are prohibited from passing.
Question 23. What does this road sign mean? A. Going straight is allowed. B. Do not drive straight through the intersection. C. No left turn. D. No right turn.
Answer B. This is a sign also known as do not drive straight through the intersection.
Question 24. What does this road sign mean? A. Traffic signal ahead. B. Stop sign 150 meters 500 feet ahead. C. Bump 120 meters 400 feet ahead. D. Railway crossing ahead.
Answer A. This is a traffic signal ahead sign.
Question 25. What does this sign mean? A. New driver. B. Keep a certain distance away. C. Newborn baby on board. D. New car.
Answer A. This is a new driver sign.
Question 26. What does this road sign mean? A. No U-turns. B. Right turn ahead. C. Drivers on the side road of the intersection ahead don't have a clear view of traffic. D. No left turns.
Answer C. This is a warning sign showing that drivers on the side road at the intersection ahead don't have a clear view of traffic.
Question 27. What does this road sign mean? A. Hidden intersection. B. Road branching off ahead. C. No left turns. D. Merging traffic ahead.
Answer B. This is a road branching off ahead road sign.
Question 28. What do these signs mean? A. Do not enter this area. B. You may ignore these signs. C. These signs tell drivers the direction they must travel. D. You may drive in any direction from any lane.
Answer C. These signs, above the road or as markings on the pavement before an intersection, tell drivers the direction they must travel. For example, the driver in lane 1 must turn left. The driver in lane 2 must turn right or go straight ahead. And the driver in lane 3 must turn right.
Question 29. What does this sign mean? A. Do not enter. B. Uncontrolled intersection. C. Railway crossing. D. Pedestrian crossing.
Answer C. All railway crossings on public roads in Ontario are marked with large red and white X signs.
Question 30. What does this sign mean? A. Roundabout is 300 metres ahead. B. U-turns permitted ahead. C. Keep right. D. None of the above.
Answer A. This is a sign indicating a roundabout is 300 metres ahead.
Question 31. What does this road sign mean? A. You may not park between the signs during the posted times. B. No parking. C. Weekend parking only. D. You may park in the designated area during the posted times.
Answer D. You may park in the designated area during the posted times only.
Question 32. What does this road sign mean? A. Red light camera at intersection. B. Policeman at intersection. C. You will get a ticket if you do not obey traffic signals. D. Stop for red light at intersection.
Answer A. This intersection is monitored with a red light camera.
Question 33. What does this road sign mean? A. Hills. B. Hospital. C. Housing. D. Horse racing.
Answer B. This is a hospital sign.
Question 34. What is the driver showing? A. I am slowing or stopping. B. I am stopping. C. I am turning right. D. I am turning left.
Answer D. The driver is showing that he is about to turn left.
Question 35. What does this road sign mean? A. You must be driving a school bus to enter this area. B. You may ignore this sign. C. School buses load and unload in this area without using the flashing signals and stop arm. D. You may park here.
Answer C. This sign marks a zone within which school buses load or unload passengers without using the red alternating lights and stop arm.
Question 36. What does this road sign mean? A. Keep out, do not enter. B. Keep to left. C. Do not pass. D. Keep to right.
Answer A. This is a do not enter road sign.
Question 37. What does this road sign mean? A. Be cautious of pedestrians. B. Do not slow down. C. Do not block intersection. D. Watch for traffic signals.
Answer C. This is a do not block the intersection road sign.
Question 38. What does this road sign mean? A. Slow traffic must keep right. B. Slow down when you are in the right lane. C. Right lane is for faster traffic. D. None of the above.
Answer A. Slow traffic on multi-lane roads must keep right.
Question 39. What does this road sign mean? A. This road is an official bicycle route. B. This lane is for bicycles only. C. Bicycle crossing ahead. D. No pedestrians allowed on this road.
Answer A. This road is an official bicycle route. Watch for cyclists and be prepared to share the road with them.
Question 40. What does this road sign mean? A. Bridge crossing ahead. B. Pavement has been milled or grooved. C. Gravel road ahead. D. None of the above.
Answer B. This sign means that the pavement has been milled or grooved. Your vehicle's stopping ability may be affected, so obey the speed limit and drive with extra caution. Motorcyclists may experience reduced traction on these surfaces.
Question 41. What does this road sign mean? A. Sharp bend or turn in the road ahead. B. Keep right. C. Road ends. D. Traffic must exit to the right.
Answer A. The sign warns of a sharp bend or turn in the road ahead.
Question 42. What does this road sign mean? A. Danger, sharp turn. B. Danger, road ends. C. Winding road ahead. D. Keep to the left.
Answer A. This is a sharp turn ahead road sign.
Question 43. What does this road sign mean? A. Airplane landing. B. Air show ahead. C. Route to airport. D. None of the above.
Answer C. This is a route to airport sign.
Question 44. What does this sign mean? A. Do not turn left during the times shown. B. Do not turn left at the intersection except during the times posted. C. U-turn is prohibited, except during the times posted. D. Do not turn left at the intersection.
Answer A. This sign means no left turn during the posted times.
Question 45. What does this road sign mean? A. No smoking. B. Idling is permitted. C. No stopping for more than 3 minutes. D. No idling for more than 3 minutes.
Answer D. This is a no idling sign.
Question 46. What does this road sign mean? A. Snowmobile parking only. B. Snowmobile repair shop ahead. C. Snowmobiles may use this road. D. Snowmobiles may not use this road.
Answer C. This is a snowmobiles may use this road sign.
Question 47. What does this road sign mean? A. Intersection with unpaved road ahead. B. Railway crossing ahead. C. Bridge crossing ahead. D. None of the above.
Answer B. This is a sign indicating that a railway crossing is ahead.
Question 48. What does this road sign mean? A. Fire truck entrance ahead on the right. B. Truck entrance ahead on the right. C. Bus entrance ahead on the right. D. None of the above.
Answer A. The sign indicates an upcoming fire truck entrance on the right and vehicles should be prepared to yield to fire trucks entering the roadway.
Question 49. This image indicates Section 1. Road signs. A. A sign for information and direction. B. A regulatory sign. C. A warning sign. D. A sign for temporary conditions.
Answer B. A red circle with a line through it means the activity shown inside the ring is not allowed.
Question 50. What is the driver showing? A. I am slowing or stopping. B. I am turning left. C. You may pass me. D. I am turning right.
Answer D. When a driver's hand is stretched upwards, it means he is going to turn right.
Question 51. What does this road sign mean? A. This sign warns of road work operation ahead. B. Construction sign to slow down, obey flagman's direction. C. A construction sign replacing flagman on duty. D. Regulatory sign, reduce speed.
Answer A. This is a road work ahead sign.
Question 52. What does this road sign mean? A. You must make a right turn only. B. You are approaching a traffic island. C. You must not make a left turn. D. Hidden intersection ahead.
Answer C. This is a no left turn road sign.
Question 53. What does this road sign mean? A. Slow moving vehicle ahead. B. Stop sign ahead. C. Yield right of way. D. Dead end street ahead.
Answer B. This is a stop sign, the head road sign. Be prepared to stop.
Question 54. What does this sign mean? A. End of highway. You must move into right-hand lane. B. You must not drive in right-hand lane under any circumstances. C. You must exit if you remain in right-hand lane. D. You may exit if you remain in right-hand lane.
Answer C. This sign means right lane must exit.
Question 55. What does this road sign mean? A. Keep to the right lane if there is faster traffic. B. Slight bend or curve in the road ahead. C. This lane exits to the right. D. None of the above.
Answer B. The sign warns of a slight bend or curve in the road ahead.
Question 56. What does this sign mean? A. Slight bend or curve in the road ahead. B. Keep to the right of the traffic island. C. Road branching off ahead. D. Keep to the right lane, except when passing on two-lane sections where climbing or passing lanes are provided.
Answer D. This is a regulatory sign instructing drivers to keep to the right lane except when passing on two-lane sections where climbing or passing lanes are provided.
Question 57. What does this road sign mean? A. Bicycles are not allowed. B. No left turns. C. Bicycle crossing ahead. D. No parking.
Answer C. This is a bicycle crossing ahead road sign.
Question 58. What does this road sign mean? A. Passing a school bus with flashing signals is acceptable. B. You may ignore this sign. C. You must stop if a school bus has flashing signals. D. None of the above.
Answer C. This sign means that you must stop for school bus when signals are flashing.
Question 59. What does this road sign mean? A. No drugs allowed. B. Passing is not allowed. C. Watch for falling rocks. D. Steep hill ahead.
Answer C. This is a watch for falling rocks road sign. Be prepared to avoid a collision.
Question 60. What does this sign mean? A. Slight bend or curve in the road ahead. B. Road turns to the right. C. Yield to the right. D. Closed lane.
Answer D. This sign means that there is a closed lane ahead. Adjust speed to merge with traffic in lane indicated by arrow.
Question 61. What does this road sign mean? A. Road slippery when wet. B. Hidden intersection ahead. C. Winding road. D. Narrow road ahead.
Answer C. This is a winding road ahead sign.
Question 62. What does this road sign mean? A. Maximum speed limit at night. B. Maximum safe speed on the shoulder. C. Maximum safe speed for the curve. D. Recommended speed in the construction zone.
Answer C. Posted under a curve warning. This sign shows the maximum safe speed for the curve.
Question 63. What does this road sign mean? A. Watch for pedestrians. B. Survey crew working ahead. C. Road work ahead. D. Traffic control person ahead.
Answer D. The sign indicates a traffic control person ahead. Drive slowly and watch for instructions.
Question 64. What does this road sign mean? A. End of 50 km per hour zone. B. Maximum speed of 50 km per hour from this sign to the next one. C. Speed limit for rural school zones. D. Speed limit changes ahead with maximum speed of 50 km per hour.
Answer D. This is a regulatory sign indicating that there is a speed limit change ahead. You must be prepared to slow down to the posted speed when you see another speed limit sign without an arrow.
Question 65. What does this sign mean? A. No parking. B. Wheelchair only or disabled handicapped person parking. C. Winding road ahead. D. No standing.
Answer B. This is a wheelchair only or disabled handicapped person parking sign.
Question 66. What does this road sign mean? A. Maximum truck clearance height. B. Bumpy road ahead. C. Watch for falling rocks. D. School's own ahead.
Answer A. This is a maximum truck clearance height road sign.
Question 67. What does this road sign mean? A. Divided highway ahead. B. Hidden intersection ahead. C. You are approaching a one-way street. D. Pavement narrows.
Answer D. This is a pavement narrows road sign.
Question 68. What does this road sign mean? A. No right turn on red. B. Divided highway ends. C. Narrow bridge ahead. D. No right turn.
Answer A. This is a no right turn on red sign.
Question 69. What does this road sign mean? A. Divided highway ahead. B. Road under construction. C. Narrow bridge ahead. D. Divided road ends. Keep to the right.
Answer D. Divided road ends. Keep to the right.
Question 70. What does this road sign mean? A. Construction zone. B. Do not enter. C. Fire hall. D. There may be water flowing over the road.
Answer D. The sign indicates that there may be water flowing over the road.
Question 71. What does this road sign mean? A. You are approaching a railroad crossing. B. You are approaching a four-way intersection. C. You are approaching a hospital zone. D. You are approaching a pedestrian crosswalk.
Answer A. The sign warns you that there is a railroad crossing ahead.
Question 72. The broken center line on your side of the roadway means you may A. Pass if the way is clear. B. Pass at any time. C. Never pass. D. Pass only during daylight hours.
Answer A. The broken center line on your side of the roadway means you may pass only if the way is clear.
Question 73. What does this road sign mean? A. Construction zone. B. School zone. C. Do not pass any vehicles within 30 meters of a pedestrian crossing. D. Uneven pavement ahead.
Answer C. This is a pedestrian crossover. Be prepared to stop and yield right of way to pedestrians.
Question 74. What does this sign mean? A. Shopping ahead. B. Hazard. The downward line indicates the side on which you may safely pass. C. Hazard. The downward line indicates the side on which you may not safely pass. D. Rest area ahead.
Answer B. This is a hazard sign, with the downward line indicating the side on which you may safely pass.
Question 75. What does this road sign mean? A. Hidden driveway ahead. B. Truck entrance ahead on the right. C. Bus entrance ahead on the right. D. Yield to the right.
Answer C. The sign indicates an upcoming bus entrance on the right and vehicles should be prepared to yield to buses entering the roadway.
Question 76. What does this sign mean? A. Do not stop in the area between the signs, even for a moment. B. Do not stand in the area between the signs. C. Do not park in the area between the signs. D. Do not stop your vehicle except to load or unload passengers or merchandise.
Answer A. This sign means that stopping is not allowed in the area between the signs, even for a moment.
Question 77. What does this sign mean? A. You must not drive in right-hand lane under any circumstances. B. End of highway semicolon you must move into right-hand lane. C. Two-way left turn lane. D. You may exit if you remain in the right-hand lane.
Answer C. This is a two-way left turn lane road markup.
Question 78. What does this sign mean? A. School zone. B. Playground zone. C. Watch for pedestrians. D. A hiking trail.
Answer C. This sign means that you must watch for pedestrians and be prepared to share the road with them.
Question 79. What does this road sign mean? A. Destination board. B. Provincial park. C. School zone semicolon watch for children playing. D. Pedestrian control sign.
Answer A. This is a destination board with several destinations.
Question 80. What does this road sign mean? A. Slow down for trucks. B. Truck route. C. Truck entrance ahead on the right. D. No trucks allowed.
Answer C. This sign means there is a truck entrance ahead on the right.
Question 81. What does this road sign mean? A. Passing is not allowed. B. Hidden intersection ahead. C. You are approaching steep hill. D. Right lane ends.
Answer A. This is a passing is not allowed sign.
Question 82. What does this road sign mean? A. Hidden intersection. B. School with playground. C. School zone. D. A hidden school bus stop ahead. Slow down. Drive with extra caution. Watch for children and school buses with flashing red lights.
Answer D. This is a hidden school bus stop ahead road sign.
Question 83. What does this road sign mean? A. Construction zone. B. Bridge or viaduct. C. Bumpy or uneven pavement ahead. D. Factory ahead. Slow down.
Answer C. This is a bumpy or uneven pavement ahead road sign.
Question 84. What does this sign mean? A. Railway crossing ahead. B. Alert for trains. B. Hazard close to the edge of the road. The downward lines show the side on which you may safely pass. C. This is a pedestrian crossover. Be prepared to stop and yield right of way to pedestrians. D. Vehicles cannot change lanes into or out of the high occupancy vehicle lane in this area.
Answer D. Vehicles cannot change lanes into or out of HOV lane in this area.
Question 85. What does this sign mean? A. Dead-end street ahead. B. Slow-moving vehicle. C. Stop sign ahead. D. Yield right of way.
Answer B. This is a slow-moving vehicle sign.
Question 86. What does this road sign mean? A. Bicycles are allowed on this road. B. No parking. C. No stopping. D. No bicycles allowed on this road.
Answer D. This is a no bicycles allowed road sign.
Question 87. A green circle means A. Permissive sign. B. Truck route. C. Route for large trucks. D. No trucks.
Answer A. A regulatory sign with a green circle means you may or must do the activity shown inside the ring, hence, it is a permissive sign.
Question 88. What does this sign mean? A. Stop sign ahead. Slow down and drive through the intersection with caution if you see other vehicles. B. Slow down and, if necessary, yield right of way to cars approaching from the left or right. C. Stop and yield the right of way to passing vehicles from both directions. D. Slow down and drive with increased caution.
Answer C. This is a stop sign. You must come to a complete stop and yield the right of way to passing vehicles from both directions.
Question 89. What does this road sign mean? A. Narrow road ahead. B. Intersection ahead. C. Hidden intersection ahead. D. Railway crossing ahead.
Answer B. This is a sign warning that there is an intersection ahead. The arrow shows which direction of traffic has the right of way.
Question 90. What does this road sign mean? A. School area ahead. B. You must give the right of way. C. Railway crossing ahead. D. You have the right of way.
Answer B. This is a yield sign.
Question 91. What does this road sign mean? A. Road ahead turns right, then left. B. Road ahead turns left, then right. C. Intersection ahead. D. Narrow road ahead.
Answer A. The road ahead first turns right, then left.
Question 92. What does this road sign mean? A. Slippery when wet. B. Share the road with oncoming traffic. C. Drive with caution. D. No standing.
Answer B. This sign means you have to share the road with oncoming traffic.
Question 93. What does this road sign mean? A. Bumpy road ahead. B. Safety check ahead. C. Pavement ends 500 feet ahead. D. Steep hill ahead.
Answer D. This is a steep hill ahead road sign.
Question 94. What does this road sign mean? A. Advance warning of danger. B. Lane usage sign meaning right turn only. C. Lane usage sign permitting all turns, including left turns. D. No parking from arrows to corner.
Answer B. This is a right turn only sign.
Question 95. What does this road sign mean? A. Dogs only. B. No pedestrians allowed. C. No bicycles. D. No children allowed.
Answer B. This is a no pedestrians road sign.
Question 96. What does this road sign mean? A. Narrow bridge ahead. B. The road ahead is split. C. Paved surface ends ahead. D. Intersection ahead.
Answer A. This is a narrow bridge ahead road sign.
Question 97. What does this road sign mean? A. Shows maximum speed limit on the highway outside of a city, town, village or built-up area. B. Speed limit changes ahead. C. Maximum safe speed on ramp. D. Maximum safe speed for the curve.
Answer A. This is a maximum speed limit on the highway road sign.
Question 98. This road sign means that parking is permitted. A. For pregnant women and mothers with young children. B. Only for vehicles displaying a valid disabled person parking permit. C. For everyone. D. For electric vehicles.
Answer B. This sign is placed in the areas where parking is permitted only for vehicles displaying a valid disabled person parking permit.
Question 99. What is the driver indicating? A. I am stopping. B. I am turning right. C. I am slowing down or stopping. D. I am turning left.
Answer C. The driver is about to slow down or stop.
Question 100. What does this road sign mean? A. Keep right. B. Guides drivers around sharp curves in the road. C. Stay to the right of the center island. D. None of the above.
Answer B. Chevron arrowhead signs are posted in groups to guide drivers around sharp curves in the road.
Question 101. Before moving your car from a parked position, you should A. Signal and pull from the curb. B. Check other traffic, signal and pull from the curb quickly. C. Check other traffic, signal and pull from the curb when it is safe to do so. D. Honk your horn and pull from the curb slowly.
Answer C. Before moving your car from a parked position, you should check for other traffic, signal and pull from the curb only when it is safe to do so.
Question 102. Never change lanes in traffic without A. Decreasing speed and giving the correct signal. B. Giving proper signal and looking to make sure the move can be made safely. C. Blowing your horn and looking to the rear. D. Looking into the rear view mirror only.
Answer B. Before changing lanes, you must always give proper signal and look to make sure the move can be made safely.
Question 103. On a roadway where traffic is moving in both directions, in what position must you be before making a left turn? A. Close to the right-hand side of the roadway. B. Does not matter, provided you signal. C. Close to the left side of the roadway. D. To the right of and as close to the center line of the roadway as possible.
Answer D. To make a left turn, signal well before the turn and move into the far left lane, but still to the right of the yellow dividing center line, to make sure you are not blocking the way for the oncoming traffic.
Question 104. As a level 2 G2 driver, your alcohol level must not be over A. 0.02%. B. 0.08%. C. 0.00%. D. 0.05%.
Answer C. Level 1 and Level 2 drivers must have a blood alcohol level of 0 when driving. New drivers caught drinking and driving will receive a 30-day suspension and can also be charged under the Criminal Code.
Question 105. At night, should you meet another vehicle with blinding bright lights, the safest thing to do is A. Open and shut your eyes rapidly. B. Look at the headlights of the approaching vehicle. C. Look slightly to the right-hand side. D. Turn your lights on high beam.
Answer C. At night, should you meet another vehicle with blinding bright lights, the safest thing to do is to look slightly to the right-hand side.
Question 106. At an intersection where there is a flashing amber-yellow traffic light, you must A. Continue at the same speed. B. Stop if making a left turn. C. Stop if making a right turn. D. Slow down and proceed with caution.
Answer D. At an intersection where there is a flashing amber-yellow traffic light, you must slow down and proceed with caution.
Question 107. On a highway, when may you drive at the maximum speed limit? A. If the condition of traffic and the highway permits such a speed to be driven safely. B. Only in the daytime. C. On any highway designed for one-way traffic. D. At any time.
Answer A. Obey the maximum speed limit posted on signs along the road, but always drive at a speed that will let you stop safely. This means driving below the maximum speed in bad weather, heavy traffic or in construction zones.
Question 108. When a streetcar is stopped to take on or discharge passengers, where there is no safety zone, what does the law require you to do before passing the streetcar? A. Sound horn and pass with caution. B. Stop behind the rear of the streetcar and then proceed. C. Pass on the left side when the way is clear. D. Stop 2 meters 6 feet behind the rearmost door where passengers are getting on or off, and proceed only when it is safe to do so.
Answer D. When a streetcar is stopped to take on or discharge passengers, you must stop 2 behind the rearmost door where passengers are getting on or off, and proceed only when it is safe to do so.
Question 109. When are broken white lines dashes used on streets and highways? A. To mark a no-stopping zone. B. To separate traffic going in the opposite directions. C. To mark a no parking zone. D. On a one-way street or highway that has more than one lane of traffic moving in the same direction.
Answer D. Broken white lines dashes are used on one-way streets and highways when there is more than one lane of traffic moving in the same direction.
Question 110. Hydroplaning occurs during heavy rain when a vehicle's tires ride up above the water on the roadway. To help prevent hydroplaning, you should A. Ensure that the tires on the vehicle are inflated to the proper tire pressure. B. Reduce vehicle speed when driving in the rain. C. Ensure that the tires on your vehicle have good tread depth. D. All of the above.
Answer D. All of these answers are correct.
Question 111. A no parking sign at a certain location means A. You may stop here if the driver remains in the vehicle. B. You may not park your vehicle here. C. You may park your vehicle for less than 60 minutes. D. You may stop temporarily for the period up to 7 hours if you're an expectant mother.
Answer B. A no parking sign means that you may not park your vehicle there.
Question 112. New drivers caught drinking and driving will receive, fill in the blank, for the first occurrence. A. A fine of up to $500 if convicted. B. An immediate driver's license suspension at the roadside for 24 hours. C. A suspension for 30 days if convicted. D. All of the above.
Answer D. Drivers of all ages in either Level 1 or Level 2 of Ontario's graduated licensing system must also have a blood alcohol level of 0 when driving. New drivers caught drinking and driving will receive an immediate driver's license suspension at the roadside for 24 hours and, if convicted, will face a fine of up to $500 and will receive a suspension period as per the Novice Driver Escalating Sanctions Scheme. For the first occurrence, you will be suspended for 30 days.
Question 113. If you are involved in an accident in which someone is injured, you must A. Report the accident to the Ministry of Transportation and Communications only. B. Report the accident at once to the nearest provincial or municipal police officer. C. Report the accident within 48 hours to the nearest provincial or municipal police officer. D. Report the accident to your insurance company only.
Answer B. If you are involved in an accident in which someone is injured, you must report the accident at once to the nearest provincial or municipal police officer.
Question 114. Which of the following penalties can the court impose on a person convicted of driving 50 km per hour or more over the speed limit? A. License suspension up to 2 years or 60 merit points. B. Jail term of up to 6 months. C. $2,000 to $10,000 fine. D. All of the above.
Answer D. If police stop you for driving 50 km per hour or more over the speed limit, you will be charged with street racing. Police will suspend your license on the spot and impound your vehicle for 7 days. If convicted for the first time, you will face penalties that include $2,000 to $10,000 fine, jail term of up to 6 months, license suspension up to 2 years or 6 demerit points.
Question 115. Under which of the following conditions is it dangerous and unlawful to make a U-turn? A. Within 150 meters 500 feet of a bridge, viaduct or tunnel if driver's view is obstructed. B. In a curve or on a hill, where there is a clear view of less than 150 meters 500 feet in either direction. C. On a railway crossing, or within 30 meters 100 feet of a railway crossing. D. Under all of the above conditions.
Answer D. All the answer options are examples of situations where it is dangerous or unlawful to make a U-turn.
Question 116. If you are a driver aged 19 or under and within the first 6 months of receiving your G2 license, how many passengers are you allowed to carry between midnight and 5 a.m.? A. 3 passengers aged 19 or under. B. 1 passenger aged 19 or under, no restrictions for passengers 20 and over. C. 2 passengers aged 19 or under. D. No passengers aged 19 or under.
Answer B. Please pay attention to how long a teenage driver has had the license. If S he is in his or her first 6 months, which is the case in this question, S he is only allowed to carry 1 passenger aged 19 or under. After S he has been a G2 driver for more than 6 months, the limitation is extended to 3 passengers aged 19 or under.
Question 117. When driving on streets designed for two-way traffic, you hear the siren of an emergency vehicle. What does the law require you to do? A. Signal the driver to pass. B. Speed up and get out of the way. C. Pull to the right as far as possible and stop. D. Continue at the same speed.
Answer C. If you hear the siren of an emergency vehicle, pull to the right as far as possible and stop. Don't worry, other drivers will do the same.
Question 118. As a level 1 or 2 driver, if you collect 9 or more points during a 2-year period, your license will be suspended for A. 60 days, B. 30 days, C. 15 days, D. 1 year.
Answer A. As a level 1 or 2 driver, if you collect 9 or more points during a 2-year period, your license will be suspended for 60 days and you must surrender it to the Ministry of Transportation. You can lose your license for up to 2 years if you fail to surrender it.
Question 119. When approaching an intersection, you notice the roadway beyond the intersection is blocked with traffic. In this situation, you should A. Proceed slowly into the intersection until the traffic ahead moves on. B. Keep as close as possible to the car ahead. C. Sound horn to warn cars ahead to move on. D. Stop before entering the intersection and wait until traffic ahead moves on.
Answer D. When approaching an intersection and you notice the roadway beyond the intersection is blocked with traffic, you should stop before entering the intersection and wait until traffic ahead moves on. If not, the light may turn red for you and green for other vehicles and you will end up blocking the intersection.
Question 120. When lights are required, drivers must switch from high beam lights to low beams when following another vehicle. A. This only applies when approaching another vehicle. B. Within 120 meters 400 feet. C. Within 30 meters 100 feet. D. Within 60 meters 200 feet.
Answer D. Use your low-beam headlights when following a vehicle within 60 meters. On country roads, switch to low beams when you come to a curve or hilltop so you can see oncoming headlights and won't blind oncoming drivers. If you can't see any headlights, switch back to high beams.
Question 121. Are drivers responsible for requiring their passengers to buckle up? A. Only if the passengers are in the front seat. B. Only if passengers are over 16 years of age. C. Only if passengers are under 16 years of age. D. Only if passengers are over 18 years of age.
Answer C. If the passengers are 16 and older, they are responsible for buckling themselves up, and not the driver.
Question 122. Where a highway has divided into lanes for traffic, a driver should A. Never change lanes. B. Signal intention and move to another lane only when it is safe to do so. C. Straddle lanes and block following traffic. D. Move from lane to lane with bursts of speed when passing.
Answer B. Where a highway has divided into lanes for traffic, a driver should signal intention and move to another lane only when it is safe to do so.
Question 123. The 2-second rule is used to determine A. How much gas you will save. B. How fast you are travelling. C. If you are following at a safe distance. D. how fast you can react to obstacles.
Answer C. A safe following distance is at least 2 seconds behind the vehicle you are following. This lets you see around the vehicle ahead and gives you enough distance to stop suddenly. To estimate the time, wait until the rear end of the vehicle in front of you passes any distinct and fixed point on the roadway, for example a road sign, mailbox, line crack patch in the road. However, don't take your eyes off the vehicle for more than a second or that would defeat the purpose. As you count to yourself the elapsed time in seconds, the front of your car should pass the same point no less than 2 seconds later. If the elapsed time is less than this, increase the distance, then repeat the method again until the time is at least 2 seconds.
Question 124. If you are a teenage driver with your G2 license for 6+ months and until you obtain your full G license or turn 20, how many passengers are you allowed to carry between midnight and 5 a.m.? A. 1 passenger aged 19 or under. B. No passengers aged 19 or under. C. 3 passengers aged 19 or under. No restrictions for passengers the age of 20 and over. D. 2 passengers aged 19 or under.
Answer C. What matters is how long the G2 driver has had his or her license, less than 6 months or more.
Question 125. Which of the following has the right of way over all others at an intersection when the signal light is green? A. Pedestrians crossing against the light. B. Vehicles turning right. C. Pedestrians crossing with the light. D. Vehicles turning left.
Answer C. Pedestrians crossing with the light always have the right of way over all others at an intersection when the signal light is green.
Question 126. Snow removal vehicles on public roadways are equipped with flashing, fill in the blank, lights. A. Red. B. Blue. C. Yellow. D. Orange.
Answer B. Snow removal vehicles on public roadways are equipped with flashing blue lights that can be seen from 150 meters.
Question 127. Highway 407 near Toronto is A. An express toll route pay toll highway. B. An expressway to the USA. C. The longest highway in Ontario. D. A new highway.
Answer A. Highway 407 is an express toll route pay toll highway and you have to pay to be able to use it.
Question 128. Examples of hands-free devices include A. A cell phone with an earpiece or headset using voice dialing, or plugged into the vehicle's sound system when equipped. B. A portable audio player, that is MP3 player, that has been plugged into the vehicle's sound system with a preset playlist. C. A global positioning system GPS device that is properly secured to the dashboard or another accessible place in the vehicle. D. All of the above.
Answer D. Examples of hands-free devices include all of these options.
Question 129. While travelling on a highway, the driver of a motor vehicle is not permitted to carry, fill in the blank, in a house or boat trailer. A. Persons, passengers. B. Flammable material. C. Firearms. D. Pets.
Answer A. You may not carry any person in any trailer including a house or boat trailer when it is being towed.
Question 130. When you are in the roundabout. A. You may stop for any reason. B. Keep to the right of the center island and drive in a counterclockwise direction until you reach your exit. C. You may pass large vehicles and change lanes. D. Do not do any of the above.
Answer B. When you're in the roundabout, keep to the right of the center island and drive in a counterclockwise direction until you reach your exit. Don't pass large vehicles or change lanes. Don't stop inside the roundabout, except to avoid a collision.
Question 131. In a vehicle with manual transmission, when descending a steep hill, a good safe driving practice is to A. Disengage the clutch and coast. B. Turn off the ignition. C. Place the gear shift in neutral. D. Gear down and allow the engine to assist in braking.
Answer D. In a vehicle with manual transmission, try shifting into a lower gear going down long, steep hills. This will help control your speed and you won't have to brake as sharply. Downshift before starting downhill since it may not be possible once you are going downhill.
Question 132. A novice driver convicted of distracted driving is subject to fill in the blank for a third occurrence. A. A fine of up to $2,000. B. A fine of up to $1,000 and 3 demerit points. C. License cancellation and removal from the graduated licensing system. D. None of the above.
Answer C. A novice driver subject to the graduated licensing program convicted of distracted driving will be subject to escalating sanctions: 30-day license suspension for a first occurrence, 90 days for a second occurrence, and license cancellation and removal from the graduated licensing system for a third occurrence.
Question 133. Before leaving your car parked on the right side of the street facing a downgrade, you should A. Turn your front wheels to the left and set your parking brake. B. Leave your front wheels parallel to the curb. C. Turn your front wheels to the right and set your parking brake. D. Set your parking brake only.
Answer C. When parking facing downhill, turn your front wheels towards the curb. This will keep the vehicle from rolling into traffic if the brakes become disengaged.
Question 134. Drivers who don't follow the stopping requirements at a school crossing may receive A. 1 year of jail time and 6 demerit points. B. A fine of $400 to $2,000 and 6 demerit points. C. A substantial fine and 1 demerit point. D. A substantial fine and 3 demerit points.
Answer D. Where a school crossing guard displays a red and white stop sign, you must stop before reaching the crossing and remain stopped until all persons, including the school crossing guard, have cleared the whole roadway and it is safe to proceed. Drivers who don't follow the stopping requirements may receive a substantial fine and get 3 demerit points.
Question 135. Under the Highway Traffic Act, if you are convicted of driving while your license is suspended, assuming it is your first offence, you will A. Be fined between $1,000 to $5,000. B. Get an additional 6-month period of suspension of driving privileges. C. be sentenced to 6 months in jail. D. Get all of the above.
Answer A. If you are convicted of driving while your license is suspended for an HTA offense, you will have to pay a fine of $1,000 to $5,000 for a first offense and $2,000 to $5,000 for a subsequent offense. A subsequent offense is when you are convicted again within 5 years. The court can order you to spend up to 6 months in jail, or you may have to pay a fine or do both. 6 months will be added to your current suspension as well.
Question 136. Which of the following classes of vehicles may carry a red light visible from the front? A. Emergency vehicles responding to a call. B. Bicycles. C. Commercial motor vehicles. D. Pleasure type motor vehicle.
Answer A. Only emergency vehicles responding to a call may carry a red light visible from the front.
Question 137. When may you lend your driver's license to other drivers? A. In emergencies. B. To another person who is learning to drive. C. For identification purposes only. D. Never.
Answer D. No one else is allowed to use your driver's license.
Question 138. Using a cellular phone while driving. A. Is a good way to multitask. B. Is quite acceptable. C. Increases the risk of collision. D. Should be avoided, but is okay.
Answer C. Cellular phones can be an important safety aid for drivers, but using a cellular phone while driving takes a driver's attention away from the task of driving and increases the risk of collision.
Question 139. There are 2 lines in the center of the road to divide traffic. One is a solid line, the other is a broken line. The line closest to oncoming traffic is broken, but the line on your side of the road is solid. What does the solid line mean? A. Pass only when no traffic is in sight. B. Pass at any time. C. It is unsafe to overtake and pass. D. It is safe to overtake and pass.
Answer C. A solid line in the described situation means that it is unsafe to overtake and pass.
Question 140. Failing to stop for a school bus that is unloading passengers will A. Cost you 60 merit points and a maximum fine of up to $2,000. B. Get you a warning and a fine of $100. C. Result in having to retake your road test. D. Result in a 1-year jail sentence.
Answer A. Failure to stop for a school bus that is unloading passengers will cost you 6 demerit points and a maximum fine of up to $2,000.
Question 141. If you are approaching an intersection and the traffic lights are not working, you should A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Treat it as a 4-way stop sign. C. Stop until no cars are passing and then go. D. Yield to the traffic to your right.
Answer B. During an electrical failure, traffic lights at intersections will not work. Proceed cautiously and use the intersection the same way you would use an intersection with all-way stop signs.
Question 142. In order to get your vehicle out of the skid, you should A. Apply the brakes hard. B. Steer in the opposite direction of the skid. C. Steer in the direction you want to go. D. Steer straight ahead.
Answer C. Straighten out your steering wheel slowly. Don't turn your steering wheel in different directions while trying to correct the skid. Work on one direction at a time. If you've oversteered and the vehicle slides in the opposite direction, repeat the same procedure as before. Always steer in the direction you want to go.
Question 143. You are driving on a wet road and have to make a stop quickly. The best way to do this if your vehicle does not have ABS is to A. Roll down the window and signal. B. Pump the brakes. C. Press down on the brake pedal, release slightly if wheels are locking up, reapply. D. Turn off the ignition and apply the handbrake.
Answer C. Threshold braking should bring you to a reasonably quick controlled stop in your own lane, even in slippery conditions. 1. Brake as hard as you can without locking up or skidding the wheels. 2. Press down on the brake pedal, trying to get as much braking power as possible. 3. Then, if you feel any of the wheels locking up, release the brake pressure slightly and reapply. Don't pump the brakes. Continue braking this way until you have brought the vehicle to a complete stop.
Question 144. Why is it necessary to look over your shoulder when changing lanes? A. There will always be a blind spot in your mirrors, no matter how you adjust them. B. To see who is driving. C. It is a good exercise for your neck. D. All of the above.
Answer A. It is necessary to look over your shoulder when changing lanes as there is always a blind spot on your rearview mirrors, no matter how you adjust them.
Question 145. You must report an accident to the police if A. The damage to vehicles has over $2,000. B. The damage to property is over $2,000. C. If someone has been hurt or killed. D. Any of the above.
Answer D. By law, you must report any collision to the police when there are injuries or damage to vehicles or property exceeding $2,000.
Question 146. If the signal light changes from green to amber as you approach an intersection, what should you do? A. Continue through the intersection without slowing or stopping. B. Speed up to clear the intersection as quickly as possible. C. Sound horn to warn pedestrians and other drivers that you do not intend to stop. D. Stop. If a stop cannot be made safely, proceed with caution.
Answer D. If the light changes to amber when you're approaching it, stop. Only if a stop cannot be made safely, proceed with caution.
Question 147. If you are convicted of careless driving, you will get 6 demerit points and can get A. A fine of up to $2,000. B. Your license suspended for up to 2 years. C. A jail sentence of up to 6 months. D. All of the above.
Answer D. Police can also charge drivers with careless driving or even dangerous driving a criminal offence if they do not pay full attention to the driving task. If you are convicted of careless driving, you will get 6 demerit points and can be fined up to $2,000, and sentenced to up to 6 months in jail. In some cases, your license may be suspended for up to 2 years.
Question 148. A flashing green light at an intersection, where turns to the left and right are permitted, indicates: A. You may turn to the right if the way is clear. B. You may proceed straight through if the way is clear. C. You may turn to the left if the way is clear. D. All of the above.
Answer D. A flashing green light means you're allowed to turn left, right, or go straight if the way is clear.
Question 149. How close to a fire hydrant may you legally park? A. Not closer than 20 meters 65 feet. B. Not closer than 15 meters 50 feet. C. Not closer than 3 meters 10 feet. D. Not closer than 5 meters 15 feet.
Answer C. Do not park within 3 m of a fire hydrant, on or within 100 m of a bridge or within 6 m of a public entrance to a hotel, theater or public hall when it is open to the public.
Question 150. You are approaching the intersection with a flashing red light. You must: A. Proceed with caution. B. Change lanes. C. Come to a complete stop and proceed only when it's safe. D. Make a U-turn.
Answer C. You must come to a complete stop at a flashing red light. Move through the intersection only when it's safe.
Question 151. When the driver of another vehicle is about to overtake and pass your vehicle, you must: A. Move to the left to prevent passing. B. Speed up so that passing is not necessary. C. Move to the right and allow such vehicle to pass. D. Signal the other driver not to pass.
Answer C. If another driver is about to overtake your vehicle, you should move to the right and let them pass.
Question 152. The use of alcohol or drugs affect the driver by impairing: A. Reaction time. B. Judgment. C. Vision. D. All of the above.
Answer D. The use of alcohol or drugs affects the driver by impairing vision, judgment and reaction time.
Question 153. As a Level 1 G1 driver, you must be accompanied by a Class G or higher licensed driver who has driving experience of more than: A. 4 years. B. 3 years. C. 6 years. D. 8 years.
Answer A. As a Level 1 G1 driver, you must be accompanied by a Class G or higher licensed driver, who has driving experience of more than 4 years.
Question 154. When 15 or more demerit points have accumulated on a record, the driver's license is suspended: A. For 3 months. B. Only if the license is not used for business purposes. C. At the discretion of the Ministry. D. Automatically, and for 30 days from receipt of license by MTO.
Answer D. Your license will be suspended for 30 days from the date you hand it over to the Ministry of Transportation. You can lose your license for 2 years if you fail to surrender it.
Question 155. If you are driving and suddenly one of your tires blows out, you should A. Concentrate on steering. B. Take your foot off the gas pedal to slow down. C. Bring the vehicle to a stop off the road. D. All of the above.
Answer D. If one of your tires blows while you're driving, you must focus on steering, take your foot off the gas pedal to slow down, and bring your vehicle to a full stop off the road.
Question 156. It is more dangerous to drive at the maximum speed limit at night than during daytime because A. You cannot see as far ahead at night. B. Your reaction time is 4 times slower at night. C. Some drivers unlawfully drive with parking lights only. D. The roads are slippery at night.
Answer A. It is more dangerous to drive at the maximum speed limit at night than during daytime because you cannot see as far ahead at night.
Question 157. If you receive a call while driving, and you do not have a passenger who can take the call, you should A. Use a hands-free system. B. Pull your vehicle over and park to use your cell phone. C. Let the call go to voicemail. D. Do any of the above.
Answer D. Make it a habit to pull over and park to use your cell phone or have a passenger take the call or let it go to voicemail. If you must use a cellular phone when driving, you must use it hands-free.
Question 158. If a police officer signals you to pull over and you do not obey, you might A. Have your license suspended. B. Serve time in prison. C. Pay up to $25,000 fine. D. Any or all of the above.
Answer D. If you do not obey a police officer's direction to pull over, you risk being fined up to $25,000, having your license suspended or even serving time in prison.
Question 159. A person whose driver's license is under suspension may A. Operate a motor vehicle to and from work. B. Not operate the motor vehicle under any conditions. C. Operate a motor vehicle in a case of an emergency. D. Operate the motor vehicle when accompanied by a licensed driver.
Answer B. You may not drive, under any circumstances, when your license is suspended.
Question 160. Upon approaching a stop sign, a driver must A. Stop, and when it is safe to do so, proceed. B. Slow down, sound horn, and then proceed. C. Stop, sound horn, then proceed. D. Slow down, and if the way is clear, proceed.
Answer A. Upon approaching a stop sign, a driver must always come to a full stop, then proceed when it is safe to do so.
Question 161. What documents may a police officer require a motor vehicle owner to produce? A. The motor vehicle ownership. B. If the motor vehicle is insured, a liability insurance card. C. If he is operating a motor vehicle, a valid driver's license. D. Any of the above.
Answer D. A police officer may require a motor vehicle owner to produce a liability insurance card, vehicle ownership documents and a valid driver's license.
Question 162. If a traffic signal changes while a pedestrian is still in the street, which of the following has the right of way? A. The pedestrian. B. Motorists coming from his right. C. Motorists making turns. D. Motorists coming from his left.
Answer A. You must let the pedestrian finish crossing the road.
Question 163. If you come up on several snow plows clearing a freeway, you should not: A. Try to pass between them. B. Wait for the plows to allow traffic to safely pass. C. Keep a safe distance. D. Do any of the above.
Answer A. On freeways, several snow plows may be staggered across the road, clearing all lanes at the same time by passing a ridge of snow from plow to plow. Do not try to pass between them. This is extremely dangerous because there is not enough room to pass safely, and the ridge of wet snow can throw your vehicle out of control.
Question 164. When approaching a railway crossing at which an electrical or mechanical signal device is warning of the approach of a train, you must: A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop not less than 5 meters 15 feet from the nearest trail. C. Increase speed and cross tracks as quickly as possible. D. Stop not less than 1.5 meters 5 feet from the nearest trail.
Answer B. When approaching a railway crossing at which an electrical or mechanical signal device is warning of the approach of a train, you must stop at least 5 m 15 feet from the nearest rail. Wait until the signal lights stop flashing and, if the crossing has a gate or barrier, wait until it rises before you cross the tracks.
Question 165. When lights are required, drivers are required to use low beam headlights. A. Within 150 meters of an oncoming vehicle. B. Within 1 kilometer of an oncoming vehicle. C. Within 300 meters of an oncoming vehicle. D. This is a safety practice, not a law.
Answer A. Cut down glare at night by following the rules of the road for vehicle lights. Use your low-beam headlights within 150 meters of an oncoming vehicle.
Question 166. If someone is tailgating you, what should you do? A. Slow down slightly to increase the space in front of your car. B. Move into another lane when it is safe to do so. C. Pull over to let the tailgater pass. D. All of the above.
Answer D. While it does not seem logical to slow down, as it will decrease your distance from the tailgater, it will actually allow for more space in front of you. If the car you are following suddenly brakes, you will have enough time to do it gradually, so that the tailgater has some time to slow down too, without hitting you in the back.
Question 167. Which item are you prohibited from using while driving? A. Cell phone. B. Laptop computer. C. DVD player. D. All of the above.
Answer D. Viewing display screens unrelated to driving, such as cell phones, laptop computers and portable DVD players, is prohibited while driving.
Question 168. Upon approaching a yield sign, what does the law require you to do? A. Slow down, stop if necessary, and yield right of way. B. Speed up and force your way into traffic. C. Stop, then enter traffic quickly. D. Stop, then enter traffic slowly.
Answer A. When approaching a yield sign you must always slow down, come to a full stop if necessary, and yield right of way.
Question 169. When it is safe to do so, passing other vehicles on the right side. A. Is not permitted under any circumstances. B. Is permitted on any street or highway. C. Is permitted, providing it is possible to do so by driving on the shoulder of the road. D. Is permitted when the street or highway has 2 or more lanes for traffic in the direction you are travelling.
Answer D. Most passing is done on the left. You may pass on the right on multi-lane or one-way roads and when overtaking a streetcar or a left-turning vehicle. Passing on the right can be more dangerous than passing on the left.
Question 170. If 2 drivers enter an uncontrolled intersection from opposite directions at the same time, one going straight while the other is turning left, which vehicle has the right of way? A. The one turning left. B. Both have the right of way. C. Both cars should stop first and then proceed. D. The one going straight.
Answer D. If 2 drivers enter an uncontrolled intersection from opposite directions at the same time, one going straight while the other is turning left, the driver going straight has the right of way.
Question 171. Under what circumstances may a driver's license be cancelled? A. For possession of an altered driver's license. B. For failure to attend a re-examination. C. For failure to satisfactorily complete a driver re-examination. D. Any or all of the above.
Answer D. Any or all of these answers are correct.
Question 172. When does the law require the headlights on vehicles to be turned on? A. No specified time. B. Between half an hour before sunset to half an hour after sunrise and at any other time you cannot see clearly for a distance of 150 meters 500 feet. C. Between dusk and dawn or at any other time you cannot see clearly for a distance of 150 meters 500 feet. D. Between sunset and sunrise.
Answer B. Turn on the headlights 1/2 hour before sunset and keep them on until 1/2 hour after sunrise. You must always use the headlights when fog, snow or rain keeps you from clearly seeing people or vehicles less than 150 m away.
Question 173. Unless otherwise posted, the maximum speed limit allowed in cities, town, villages and built-up areas is A. 50 km per hour. B. 60 km per hour. C. 30 km per hour. D. 40 km per hour.
Answer A. Where there are no posted speed limits, the maximum speed is 50 km per hour in cities, towns, villages and built-up areas, and 80 km per hour elsewhere.
Question 174. If you want to pass a motorcycle, you should A. Pass just as you would with another car. B. Honk your horn before you pass. C. Use half of their lane to pass. D. Turn on your high beam lights before you pass.
Answer A. Motorcycles, bicycles, limited-speed motorcycles and mopeds often need to pull to the left or right side of their lane to avoid dangerous road conditions or to be seen by other drivers. Do not take this as an invitation to pass in the same lane. If you do want to pass these vehicles, do so by changing lanes.
Question 175. You are required to keep a safe distance behind the vehicle in front of you. You should keep at least fill in the blank space between your vehicle and the one ahead. A. 5 seconds. B. 6 seconds. C. 7 seconds. D. 2 seconds.
Answer D. A safe following distance is at least 2 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you. This lets you see around the vehicle ahead and gives you enough distance to stop suddenly.
Question 176. When a streetcar is stopped to pick up or discharge passengers, and there is a safety island, what does the law require you to do? A. Pass with caution and be ready to stop if a pedestrian makes sudden or unexpected moves. B. Stop at least 2 meters behind the safety island. C. Sound horn and pass with caution. D. Pass on the left side of the streetcar.
Answer A. Stay at least 2 meters behind the rear doors where passengers are getting off or on. This rule does not apply at stops where an area has been set aside for streetcar passengers or there is a safety island. Always pass these areas at a reasonable speed and be prepared for pedestrians to make sudden or unexpected moves.
Question 177. If your brakes fail. A. Pump the brake pedal. B. Shift into lower gear to slow down the vehicle. C. Apply the parking brake gently but firmly. D. All of the above.
Answer D. Although very rare, only 5% of accidents are caused by brake failure, it is still crucial to know what to do should brake failure occur. 1. If you are driving a car with a manual transmission, downshift as quickly as you can without losing control of the car. Don't shift into first or second gear too suddenly. Wait until the car has slowed somewhat. If you are in a car with an automatic transmission, shift down 1 gear at a time. The first of the low gears is usually labeled 1. 2. Apply a mild pumping action to the brake pedal to build up some pressure, allowing you to stop in a safe manner. Do this even if you do have ABS brakes. 3. Apply the parking brake gently but firmly. Apply this brake gradually to avoid locking your wheels.
Question 178. If a fully licensed or hybrid driver is convicted of distracted driving, they face A. A fine of up to $500 and 2 demerit points. B. A fine of up to $1,000 and 3 demerit points. C. A 30-day license suspension. D. None of the above.
Answer B. If convicted, a fully licensed driver holder of Class A, B, C, D, E, F, G or a hybrid driver holder of a full class license and a novice license such as Class G and M1 who talks, texts, types, dials or emails using handheld cellular phones and other handheld communications and entertainment devices face fines of up to $1,000 and 3 demerit points applied to their driver's record under Ontario's distracted driving law.
Question 179. What insurance protection does the owner receive when S. He pays the uninsured motor vehicle fee? A. No insurance protection whatsoever. B. $35,000 insurance coverage. C. $10,000 insurance coverage. D. $20,000 insurance coverage.
Answer A. When a person pays the uninsured motor vehicle fee, S. He gets no insurance protection whatsoever.
Question 180. When getting out of your car on a busy street, you should open your door. A. When you turn on your four-way flashers. B. After making the proper signals. C. It does not matter. D. When you are sure that it can be done safely.
Answer D. When getting out of your car on a busy street, you should open your door only when it can be done safely.
Question 181. Level 1 drivers G1 must keep their blood alcohol level at 0% and be accompanied by a Class G driver with a blood alcohol level of less than, fill in the blank, if Class G driver is 22 or older. A. 0.00%. B. 0.08%. C. 0.05%. D. 0.07%.
Answer C. Please note that the question implies a person with a G1 license behind the wheel. They must not drive alone. An accompanying driver must sit in the front passenger seat, have a valid Class G or higher license, at least 4 years of driving experience, and must have a blood alcohol level of less than 0.05%, and when accompanying drivers 21 and under must have 0%.
Question 182. How soon after a licensed driver changes her name or address is he or she required to notify the Ministry of Transportation and Communications? A. Within 30 days. B. At any time prior to renewal of license. C. Within 15 days. D. Within 6 days.
Answer D. If you change your name or address, you are required to notify the Ministry of Transportation and Communications within 6 days.
Question 183. Should your right wheels drop off the roadway, what is the best way to get back on the roadway? A. Take foot off gas pedal, turn back when vehicle has slowed. B. Apply brakes to reduce speed. C. Steer hard to the left. D. Apply brakes and steer hard to the left.
Answer A. If your right wheels drop off the roadway, do not make a sharp turn. Instead, take your foot off the gas pedal, allowing vehicle to slow down, and only then steer gently to return back on the road.
Question 184. When the traffic signal light facing you is red and you intend to go straight through the intersection, what must you do? A. Slow down. Proceed when the way is clear. B. Stop. Proceed only when the signal turns green and when the way is clear. C. Stop. Proceed when the way is clear. D. Stop. Give pedestrians the right of way, then proceed with caution.
Answer B. When the traffic light is red, you must stop. Proceed only when the signal turns green and when the way is clear.
Question 185. When a red signal light with a green arrow is shown at an intersection, it means A. Proceed immediately in the direction of the arrow if you are in the correct lane. B. The green arrow is a signal for pedestrians only. C. Stop and then proceed. D. Stop and wait for the green light before making a turn in the direction of the arrow.
Answer A. When a green arrow is shown with a red light, you need to proceed immediately in the direction of the arrow if you are in the correct lane.
Question 186. Under all conditions, you should drive at a speed which will allow you to A. Stop within 90 meters 300 feet. B. Stop within 60 meters 200 feet. C. Stop within 150 meters 500 feet. D. Stop within a safe distance.
Answer D. Under all conditions, you should drive at a speed which will allow you to stop within a safe distance.
Question 187. If you become very tired while driving, you should A. Open your windows to allow fresh air in the car. B. Drive faster to your destination. C. Stop and rest. D. Drink coffee.
Answer C. If you become very tired while driving, you should always stop and rest.
Question 188. When a right turn against a red signal light is permitted, what does the law require you to do before entering the intersection and making the turn? A. Slow down. Proceed with caution. B. Slow down. Signal and turn. C. Stop, then edge into traffic. D. Stop, signal, make the turn so as not to interfere with other traffic, including pedestrians.
Answer D. In this situation you must stop, signal, and then make the turn so as not to interfere with other traffic, including pedestrians.
Question 189. Choose the correct statement from the following. A. Parking lights can be used when driving in heavy fog. B. Parking lights can be used when driving on a well-lit street. C. Parking lights should be used for parking only. D. Parking lights can be used at any time.
Answer C. Parking lights are only for parking. In low light, use your headlights, not parking lights.
Question 190. A Class G1, G2, M1 or M2 driver may be required to attend an interview to discuss her record and give reasons why their license should not be suspended. A. When 9 demerit points have been accumulated. B. When 6 demerit points have been accumulated. C. When 15 demerit points have been accumulated. D. When 3 demerit points have been accumulated.
Answer C.
Question 191. What must you do when the driver of another vehicle gives a signal that he wants to overtake and pass your vehicle? A. Speed up to make the other driver increase speed. B. Give way to the right and do not increase your speed until the overtaking vehicle has passed your vehicle. C. Move to the left and block the overtaking vehicle. D. Signal the other driver to remain behind you.
Answer B. If another driver gives a signal that she or he wants to overtake and pass your vehicle, Give way to the right and do not increase speed until the overtaking vehicle has passed your vehicle.
Question 192. If you miss an expressway exit, what should you do? A. Stop on the shoulder and check your map. B. Make a U-turn. C. Continue straight and exit at the next ramp. D. If there are no cars, you may back up.
Answer C. Make sure you are not creating a dangerous situation. Continue straight ahead and take the next exit.
Question 193. When approaching an intersection where a traffic signal light is red and a policeman motions you to go through, you should A. Call the policeman's attention to the red light. B. Stop to make sure he wants you to go through. C. Obey the policeman's signal and go through at once. D. Wait for the light to turn green.
Answer C. When police officers are directing traffic, you must follow their directions, even if the directions are different from traffic lights or signs.
Question 194. The Ministry of Transportation may suspend a licence after a 90 merit point interview for a fully licensed driver. A. The Ministry is not permitted to suspend a licence before the 15-point level is reached. B. If the licence is not needed for business reasons. C. If a driver does not have at least 5 years driving experience. D. If a driver fails to give satisfactory reasons why their licence should not be suspended.
Answer D. As a fully licensed driver, you may have to go to an interview to discuss your record and give reasons why your license should not be suspended. You may also have to complete a driver re-examination. If you fail this test, your license can be cancelled. If you fail to attend an interview, or fail to give good reasons for keeping your license, it may be suspended.
Question 195. Overdriving your headlights when the vehicle in front of you is within your headlights range at night is dangerous because A. You cannot stop within the distance that you can see. B. It is not good for the car battery. C. Your headlights are too bright. D. You are driving too fast.
Answer A. Your headlights range shows an approximate distance that you should keep from the vehicle in front of you. If the vehicle you are following gets into your headlights, it means you are too close and you cannot stop within a safe distance if need be.
Question 196. When approaching a sign that reads merging traffic, you must A. Honk your horn first before proceeding. B. Adjust your speed and position to avoid a collision with other vehicles. C. Stop your vehicle before proceeding. D. Let the cars behind you go first.
Answer B. When approaching the merging traffic sign, you must always adjust your speed and position to avoid a collision with other vehicles.
Question 197. You are driving up to an intersection where there is no signal light or police officer. A pedestrian is in the crosswalk on your side of the street. You should A. Sound horn to warn the pedestrian. B. Increase speed and take the right of way. C. Stop and yield right of way to the pedestrian. D. Slow down and drive with increased caution.
Answer C. Crosswalks are designated areas that allow pedestrians to safely cross roads where there are no traffic lights. Drivers, including cyclists, must stop and allow pedestrians to cross.
Question 198. When driving in heavy fog, you should use A. Low beam headlights. B. Parking lights and high beam headlights. C. Parking lights. D. High beam headlights.
Answer A. If there is a fog warning, delay your trip until it clears, if possible. Use your low beam headlights. High beams reflect off the moisture droplets in the fog, making it harder to see.
Question 199. When approaching a construction area, drivers should A. Honk the horn a few times to let the workers know you are approaching. B. Watch for children. C. Slow down and yield the right-of-way if necessary. D. Speed up to get out of the area quicker.
Answer C. When approaching a construction area, drivers should always slow down and yield the right-of-way, if necessary.
Question 200. A school bus, with red signal lights flashing, is stopped ahead of you. What does the law require you to do when meeting or overtaking the bus? A. Wait for approaching vehicles to pass. B. Does not matter, provided you sound horn. C. Reduce speed and pass with care. D. Stop until the bus proceeds so the signal lights are no longer flashing.
Answer D. You must stop whenever you approach a stopped school bus with its upper alternating red lights flashing, regardless of whether you are behind the bus or approaching it from the front.
Don't forget to subscribe.